podcast for magic. We come to the Pope on Film podcast to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that. All of us. That indescribable feeling we get, which I'm describing literally right now. So how describable are we talking about here? That indescribable feeling we get when the Liz a Day theme song begins to play and we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Dazzling images on a small Twitch stream, sound that is sound. Somehow, Dreamland horse erotica feels good in a podcast like this. Bunny Williams feels like the stoned parts of us, and Mei Lin feels perfect and powerful, because here they are. The Pope on Film podcast. We make movies better.
Welcome to the Pope on Film. I am Bunny Williams, and with me is...
Lately, I've been trying to start the podcast by looking dreamily off to the side. So, like, you're doing, welcome to the Pope on Film, and I'm like, oh, look at how tortured I am looking out into the, oh, hello, podcast family. And I think it works for me.
I think it works.
I think it works. But I am the Pope in question. My name is Reverend Mei Lin. I am the founder of the Church of Ed Wood, which is an actual thing, worth a Google. When I say worth a Google, that's a reference to Lego Batman, to the Lego Batman movie. And I love that. So, Bunny, first off, let's talk about the big news, the big, huge news. Oh, shoot, my boobs are in the camera. Oh, no, didn't mean that. I bought freaking tapes, Bunny.
Uh-oh. Why?
I bought tapes because I've got a stereo. I bought it for $5 at a place called An Occasional Sale. It's here in town. It's the weirdest store in the world. It buys things on consignment. It buys things from, like, consignment sales. Like an old person died. They have all of this stuff. They purchase it and they put it on sale for super cheap at this store. Yeah, it's only open like 3 days a month, too. So, like, the whole town goes to this one weirdo store with a bunch of old things. They have probably the largest assortment of Precious Moments figurines and Beanie Babies that I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God.
So I bought a stereo for $5. It has a working cassette player, a working CD player. It's got a radio. It's got speakers. And, like, I made a mixtape. And so I went to a store and I bought 2 tapes. I found a good store in Oklahoma City that had used stuff. So I got Ani DeFranco's first album. I've really been getting into Ani DeFranco because I am a woman. I am a lesbian, so it's time for me to to really embrace my roots. And I got a new cassette. I
Okay.
bought a new unopened cassette that was recently made. Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the soundtrack on cassette.
Wow.
It's fucking awesome. They had Guardians 2 and Guardians 3 on cassette, but I got Guardians 2 because I just know these, you know? ELO and Fleetwood Mac and Parliament and Jay and the Americans. So I bought cassettes. I'm really fucking excited, happy that, cassettes are still a thing. I had so many cassettes growing up that are all freaking gone.
Yeah.
They also had brand new on cassette the Barbie soundtrack. And I
Really?
thought about, yeah, and I thought about buying that, but I'm like, no, no, I'll get that next time. So this is Jeff, the opening segment to this podcast, also known as the Betty White Memorial Podcast segment, brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Download today. Or as the kids call it, huh? That's what the kids call it. Oh, the kids call it TBWMPSBTYBRSLDT.
No, we don't.
No, that's what the kids call it in the streets. That's what the kids call it. So I've got an exclusive story in Jeff that you won't hear anywhere else. I'm going to be blowing the lid off of something. This is huge. No, that's my soda. Put that down. But first, the clock is ticking, Bunny.
Yes.
The clock is ticking on this podcast.
Oh, I
right now,
thought you meant to our eternal doom. Sorry.
well,
Sorry.
that too, that too. Um, I just don't get the doomsday clock, and they're like, we've set it to 12:59, 11:59, and then we've set it to 11:59 point and 1 second.
Yeah.
Like, how much more room is there on the doomsday clock? I feel like we've been really close to midnight for like decades now.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So every time the news mentions that the doomsday clock has been moved, and it's like, yeah, okay, I've already lived through this. Freaking whatever. So the clock is ticking on this podcast is what I'm talking about, because it's the end of April right now, and this October we will be celebrating a full decade of America's most unlistened to podcast, The Pope on Film.
Yes.
We will be celebrating a full decade of this show by pulling the plug on it in much the same way I pulled the plug on my good friend Orenthal James.
Yes.
We're good friends. I crashed on his couch for a while. Most of his real friends call him Orange Juice.
Yeah.
So, a good guy. Good guy. And I'm sad, and I know I'm going to be in mourning about it. I love this time that we spent together, and I love you, Bunny. But also, I'm kind of excited now. Like there's a finish line to the show,
Yeah.
and that's kind of neat. And I've been thinking like, oh, well, we were gonna watch this shitty movie next. I don't want to watch any shitty movies. I want to watch good stuff. I want to get excited. I want to watch movies I haven't seen before and good stuff. And so, suddenly our podcast has a finish line, if that makes sense. So there's just one big question. What are we going to do this summer?
Oh yeah.
As I said, shit, I guess we're watching all the Fast and the Furiouses, which we said that we would do for a very long time. But I want our last themed summer. I believe this will be the ninth summer that we've done the theme summers. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to go through my records to find out. But this is either the eighth or ninth summer where we've done a themed summer. And so I want there to be choice. I want us to have some choices. So what I've done is 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 different possibilities for what we might do this summer.
Okay.
5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain them here. I'm going to cut this bit out, put it like on Facebook and stuff. And I'm going to make a poll and I'm going to have people vote. And so, whatever the results are for our next episode of the podcast, that's what we're doing this summer. All of these are great ideas, except for the Fast and the Furious. But whatever wins, that's what we're going to be doing.
Okay.
Okay? So, let me explain to you what the options are for our final summer. Summer 2024, the big decision. So here it is. First off, the Summer of Live, which is something we've talked about doing for a while, where we watch all of these Saturday Night Live movies.
Okay.
So, Blues Brothers, Wayne's World 1 and 2, Coneheads, It's Pat, Stewart Saves the Universe, whatever that fucking one was, Stuart Smalley. Unfortunately, Blues Brothers 2000, A Night at the Roxbury, Superstar, which I never saw, The Ladies' Man. I remember there being one funny thing in that movie, and that was it. And MacGruber. There are some, what's the word, ancillary? There
Yeah.
are some ancillary SNL movies that we won't be doing. Like, according to fanboys on message boards, Office Space is a Saturday Night Live movie because the Mike Judge cartoon that Office Space was based on, excuse me, I believe you have my stapler, played once on SNL, and so people consider that to be an SNL movie. It's not. Another film that considers Wikipedia considers Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain to be a SNL movie. It's not. Just because three SNL people are in a movie doesn't make it an SNL movie. Dewey Cox isn't an SNL movie, even though there's like 6. It's a movie. It's a music biography about a musician named Dewey Cox, and he was amazing. Kind of like that. Yes, like Cox Internet, like Cox Cable. Yes. So there's the Summer of Live. That's number 1. Number 2, the Summer of Almost.
Okay.
This is a real high concept theme for a summer that I came up with. For example, here are some possibilities, but this isn't final. Okay. Today, for our first film in the Summer of Almost, we will be watching the legendary film Ben-Hur from the 1950s, starring Charlton Heston. Oh, wait, I downloaded the wrong one. Funny, did you know they made a 2003 animated version of Ben-Hur for children?
Oh, no.
So, like, okay, today we're watching Twilight, the classic story of Bella, who is in love with Edward, and their torrid romance. Oh wait, I downloaded the wrong one. Did you know Paul Newman had a crime movie in the 90s called Twilight? We're watching that, and I've got a shit ton of them. Child's Play, the 1972 Sidney Lumet drama. Frozen, the horror movie about those people stuck in a ski lift.
Okay.
Inside Out. Did you know that in 2011, WWE Studios made a shitty PG-13 action comedy starring Triple H, also called Inside Out? And The Avengers, the shitty one with Uma Thurman. So, like, the Summer of Almost. And so every episode, we think we're going to watch a movie. Oh, we're watching Gladiator, the classic Ridley Scott film. Are you not entertained? Ah, shit, it's the boxing one from the 80s.
Yeah.
It's the Cuba Gooding Jr. film. Ah, shit. Today we're watching Christine, Stephen King's classic book about. Oh wait, we're watching the 2016 drama Christine. So the Summer of Almost. That's our second option.
Yeah, that one I think is a little rough. I like the concept. I think the
Yeah,
execution
like
would be painful.
today we'll be watching Crash, the Oscar award winning film about. Oh no, wait, we're watching Crash, the film where uh, James Spader has sex with a. Oh no, wait, we're watching the 1976 horror film Crash by Charles Band. I've got a bunch. I've got a shit
Wow.
ton.
Okay, I didn't know about
I've got
that
a
one.
yeah. I've got like a shit ton. But yeah, there's a Ben Hur animated film for kids. I haven't seen it, but it's shitty. So then number three, The Summer of Tim Curry. Now he's still alive, which I think is rude for us in this podcast.
Yeah.
I think that you know if Tim Curry really loved us, then he would make it so that we can do a summer tribute to him. But he's still alive. So this is my concept for the summer of Tim Curry. Every episode, we pretend like he just died and we give people the reason why he's dead. And it's a
Okay.
different reason every week. I like that idea. Today we will be watching Congo, featuring Tim Curry, who sadly um, died in a choking on a marshmallow. You know, like every episode, we come up with a different reason why Tim Curry died.
We
But
we
we can.
as an aside, as a bit of a tangent here though, we should compile a list of people that are probably gonna die before this show is over. Like Roger Corman is hanging on by a fucking thread. How much longer
Roger
can that
Corman.
bitch have?
Roger Corman. Yeah, but I thought that the summer of Tim Curry would be good because, like, we can watch Legend, we can watch It, we can watch fucking Muppet Treasure Island, Rocky Horror Picture Show again. But then he's been in so many things. We could watch Nickelodeon's The Wild Thornberries, the movie. We could watch Burke and Hare. He was in a 2013 film called Ginger Clown. I don't know
Okay.
what it's about. His first, we can watch Past the Ammo from 1988. Do you remember that film? Because I sure as shit do.
No.
We can watch 1978's The Shout. Do you remember that?
No.
I don't. Yeah, because he's been in fucking everything.
We
He was
would
in the.
have to we would have to watch his version of the Adams Family.
Oh, yeah, the third one.
Yeah.
Whatever the third one was. Yeah.
We would have to see his Gomez.
Yeah, so that's the third one. So there's the Summer of Life, the Summer of Almost, the Summer of Tim Curry, the Summer of Family, where we watch all of the fucking Fast and the Furious. That's fine. I did watch one of them, the spin-off Hobbs and Shaw, and I found it to be mostly harmless. And then the fifth idea, which I'm really excited about the idea of the Summer of Taylor Swift. Now, let me explain this. You have no idea what I'm saying, Eleanor. Let me explain it.
I'm not watching Cats again.
No, 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 not
I'm
at
not
all.
watching fucking Cats again. I'm not watching Cats again.
Unless you want to. So hear me out. The Summer of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift lost the rights to like her first, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 albums. She completely lost the rights to them. So what she did was she re-recorded them with, and she made it a bit new. She made the songs better. And so that's why if you go on Spotify or something, then here's this Taylor Swift song, and then here's that same Taylor Swift song, but at the end it says in parentheses Taylor's version. So here's the summer of Taylor Swift. We go back and find our favorite, weirdest movies we've ever done. You and I each take turns picking a movie,
Okay.
and then we do episode 480. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. and then in parentheses, Taylor's version. And not only do we cover that movie again, but we cover the episode that that movie was originally covered in.
Oh,
So like
that's
so like the first
intriguing.
yeah, so the first one that I would pick, easy, no problem. No, not cats. No. The one that I would pick is the first movie we saw, The Snow Creature. And then after that, you could pick a movie, and it could be any movie you wanted that we have already done live.
Uh, Snow
What are
Creature
some of the
wasn't out
movies you
first.
like? The Oogie Loves, Swept Away,
Yeah.
Battlefield Earth. There are so many films that
Oh
you
God,
love.
yeah.
Uh, fucking Begotten. You remember that?
Begotten. Yes.
Fucking Skinamarink, the movie that doesn't exist. Out of all the movies that exist, that movie exists the least.
Yeah.
That's the best review that I can give for the movie Skinamarink. It's a movie where nothing happens, but it's a movie where nothing happens that will stay in your mind for like weeks.
Yeah.
So those are my 5 ideas. The summer of live, the summer of almost, the summer of Tim Curry, the summer of Taylor Swift, and fucking the summer of fan. Those are my ideas. I'm going to be doing a poll that will be going out in the next couple of days, and I'm going to leave it up for like a week, week and a half. Whatever wins, that's what we're doing this summer.
Okay.
Very excited about this. I think that either one would be fun. You know, watching Tim Curry movies, that'd be fun. Uh, Watching movies with a slightly different title, that would be fun, would be shit. Who knows? That's the exciting part. Saturday Night Live, I really don't want to do that because most of those movies are shit, but I'd be willing to because it was something that we said we would do. And then the idea of Taylor's a summer of Taylor Swift, I like that idea. We can go back and watch some films that we like, and we can pick whatever we want. Cats, Hubie's Halloween. Oh no, no, no. Sandy Wexler. Fuck, that
Oh.
was it. Fucking Sandy Wexler. Shit. You wanted to fucking kill me after that. That movie sucked. Okay. So in the next couple of days, we will be posting the poll for you, the audience, to decide what theme we go for this summer. With that out of the way, Bunny,
Yes.
this podcast is about to become fucking historic. Are you ready, Bunny?
I am ready.
Okay. And I hope other people are ready as well. I know that I have said this before, that I have hyped up and wildly oversold shit
Yes.
that wasn't exciting. But I mean it when I say this. I honestly, sincerely, seriously, literally mean it when I say that this opening, this Jeff, this Betty White Memorial Podcast segment brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends Download today, episode 476, kicking off Jeff. We will be kicking off the opening with something that is both historic and a Pope on Film exclusive. A worldwide exclusive. Yes, it is. This is huge. This is massive. This is historic. This is big. It is huge. I'm having you come in here as a guest, and you're trying to undersell this.
Because I'm not the first person to notice that.
What my wife is trying to say is this is huge news that will no doubt rock the world. Are you ready, Bunny?
I don't think there is a way to be ready for this.
A good point. That's a good point. Well, get ready to stop the presses, America.
Well, my first question, Bunny, do you like Triscuit? In your room.
Bunny,
Yes.
do you like Triscuits?
Do I like what?
Triscuits.
Triscuit?
Triscuits are good.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, hold on. I'm still selling a little bit. I've got like a few lines left.
Sure.
Okay. Well, hold on.
That question that I would really.
But this is not my story to tell, which is why I am extremely happy to be bringing on to the Pope on Film podcast a very special guest. She is a writer, an activist, video gamer, mom, a woman with a phenomenal butt, my wife. Round of applause, please, for Tasha. Round of applause. None of the kids are here anymore. But
No,
they're all gone. Okay. So take it away, Natasha.
First of all, this is not brand new news. This is just something I came across
This
and
is huge.
wanted to share because I found it absolutely fascinating. And it was like, I don't know, 1 a.m. I was high and it was so funny to me.
Okay.
so, Trisket. I'm going to give credit where credit is due to @SageBogs on Twitter. I will refuse to call it whatever the fuck they wanted to rename it. So he was at a party several years ago. He posted this in 2020, by the way, and spotted a box of Triscuits and asked about the word Triscuit and what it means. Clearly, it's based on the word biscuit, right? Has to be. And then there's the word try. What does try mean, Bunny?
Well. In this case, this is more like 3 TRI.
Yeah. So you think try biscuit. So you think there's like 3 specific ingredients or something, right? So that's also the consensus that the people at the party came to. Maybe 3 layers, 3 ingredients. Who knew? And they Googled it, but Google wasn't very helpful. Not very helpful these days, anyways. All they want to do is sell you shit. So they didn't have an official answer, and they went straight to the source. They emailed Nabisco, and the response they got, he said, shook them to the core.
Okay.
So this is their response from Nabisco. Thank you for your interest in our Triscuit crackers. No business records survive, which specifically explains the origins or inspiration for the name Triscuit. But we do know the name was chosen as a fun deviation. That's good. Derivation.
Derivation.
Sure. The word biscuit. The try does not mean 3. If you haven't done so already, please add our site to your favorites and visit us again soon. So the try doesn't mean 3, but no business records survive. So how do they know that? What happened at the Triscuit factory is the big question.
The people who make Triscuits don't know why Triscuits are named Triscuits.
Yeah.
So, and what happened at the Triscuit factory?
I would be interested if there was a jingle originally for Triscuits. I think that might give us a little more insight.
The jingle,
Like if it was
was
trying to go along with like something like a Tisket, a Tasket, basket, whatever that song was, something like that.
See, that's what I was thinking. That was my whole thought process. Was a Tisket, a Tasket, like Triscuit.
Yeah.
The original jingle for it was, try some Triscuits. We know why they're called that, but fuck you.
If you ever wanted to eat wicker, but just didn't have the time,
right?
Yeah,
Triscuit is for you.
So he says, so no business records survive. What the hell happened to the Triscuit factory? Did the building explode? Did someone run out of the doors and yell, it doesn't mean 3 right before perishing in a giant blaze? So they did some sleuthing online. And I do have these very same advertisements. And I would love for them to be posted with the whatever wrap up that you've got going on. But in the advertisements, it shows a waterfall.
Click it and put it up, and that should be good. 10-minute warning.
Oh.
I beat you.
They're all on my computer. I thought I put them here.
Oh, are these just screenshots?
No. I have the actual ads but they are on my computer. I thought I put them on my phone.
Okay.
But they're not on my phone.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
So let me pull up what I can. How's that sound? Do it Google. Anyways, so the advertisement
Roll, and it'll be there.
I'm scrolling. What do you want me to do with
my
this?
gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Where's the?
We got a 10-minute warning here, love.
I know.
What are we
Oh,
going?
crap.
What are we doing? Huh? 10-minute warning. 10-minute. Here. Do this. Found it. Nope. Still not doing it. Motherfucker. I hate Twitter. Twitter sucks ass. I want you all to know that. Anyways,
Don't
so
you mean X?
no, it's Twitter. It will always be Twitter.
Thank you. Thank you. That was the right.
Anyways, so I can't click this right now. Maybe I can make it bigger. Yes, I can. See that beautiful see that beautiful Niagara Falls
Yes.
right there with the Triscuits and all the electricity and the beautiful, beautiful scenery. Okay. So it says baked by electricity, the natural food company at Niagara Falls. So in the early 1900s, Triscuit was run out of Niagara Falls, and their big selling point was being baked by electricity. They were the only food on the market prepared by this 1903 process. Look at the light. He says, look at the lightning bolts. And that's when it clicked for him. Electricity biscuit.
Okay.
Electricity biscuit. So it's a Triscuit means electricity biscuit. It's a Triscuit.
Okay.
Instead of electricity biscuit. And so then he said that we did it, folks, because Triscuit responded. We had to go all the way up the ladder, but we can confirm. So Triscuit is short or a combination of electricity biscuit because it was the only cracker that was cooked by electricity at the time.
So now if you
1903 process, bunny.
So now if you really want to be a hipster and you're at the supermarket, oh look, electricity biscuits.
But like I said, obviously I'm not the first person to know this. When this guy did all this digging, some real Jeff level digging.
Okay, but this opens up so many more questions.
So many more. What happened? Because he doesn't explain that in the post. I want to know what happened to the.
So I guess we can assume they are no longer baking Triscuits with electricity, or they will remember why it was named fucking Triscuit.
Maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. It was a new process then. So, but why wouldn't you'd have to change the name?
Are they continuing the process now? Are they still cooking Triscuits with electricity?
Somebody get a hold of this guy and tell him that we need him to ask Nabisco if they still use electricity. Because he's already got a relationship.
Ding dongs are originally a candy called dings, and they were originally made. They would stir the batter with their penises, which is why they're called ding dongs.
Uh-huh.
I got more.
And if they stopped cooking them with electricity, when and why? Like, did just somebody walk into the factory one morning and be like,
well,
what the fuck are we doing?
My question is,
we have an oven.
What happened to the factory, and was whatever happened related directly to the electricity? Because if it was, that would explain why, if they changed the process, they changed it.
Yeah.
So the electricity they used to make Triscuits caused the factory to burn down.
And then they stopped using
electricity. And then they stopped using electricity. Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
So to be clear,
are we also saying
now officially calls it electricity biscuits?
Are we also saying that Triscuits predate toast?
No, because you can toast bread with fire. Fire.
So like were we cooking Triscuits first, and then we were like, hey,
No, well,
This
I
would be
mean,
great
you know,
for toast.
maybe somebody was like, I could take this technology with this brand new electricity thing in 1903 and slap it into a small box, shove some bread in it.
I am way too sober for this conversation you two are having.
Get on our level.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Where's the bag?
Hey, look at this bitch. She's over here sober.
Yeah, but Triscuits. Who knew?
Well, this guy
Not
did.
even the makers of Triscuits knew.
Yeah,
No.
crazy.
No.
They had to call
That
John
was
J.
fascinating. That was like a
Yeah.
shap.
It was. It was a nap.
Nap.
It was a nahap. It was a nahap.
Nap.
Yeah.
No, the H is fine.
Oh yeah. So it was a nap.
Yeah. It was
I don't believe that letters should be silent. I believe all letters matter.
Yeah.
Why are we silencing letters?
I was searching for those images of the advertisements. I pulled up an advertisement for Lucky Strikes. And it was such a fat shaming advertisement. It was like, next time you're craving, reach for a Lucky Strike. And it shows an image of a slightly see-through fat man. And then it shows the same guy but slimmer. And his hair is different and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like running and he's all slender. And yeah, and then at the bottom, it has an asterisk. It says, we are not saying that Lucky Strikes will reduce flesh. We're saying grab a Lucky Strike next time you have a craving.
Hey.
Nice.
Shit. I was like,
Cigarettes as appetite suppressants. Wow.
and why did they stop? Why aren't they discussing how they're all focused on women body issues? Look at you motherfuckers in the smoking industry shaming men and fat shaming their bodies. That's so fucked up.
Yeah. So that's been Jeff and historic Jeff. I want to thank our guest, Tasha, for joining us in this very special Betty White Memorial Podcast segment brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Download today. Did you learn, Bunny?
I learned. I did. I feel a lot more educated. I feel a lot more aware of my surroundings. Yes.
I was originally going to start the podcast discussing products that have different names in different countries.
Oh, yeah, which is so frustrating, buddy.
Yeah. So Smarties are called rockets in Canada.
You know, Three Musketeers are called in what?
England.
England?
No.
Milky Way?
Yeah.
Milky Way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait until
well,
next
then
time.
what do they call a Milky Way?
Mars.
They call it a Mars bar.
They call it a Royale with cheese.
You know what I'm saying? It's all fucked up.
Yeah. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Thank you, darling. I love you very much. Okay. So we are going to wrap this up. We are going to take a break. And then after this, we're going to be diving into this movie. We're going to be talking about the menu, the fetishization of a-hole chefs. We're going to be talking about why Tony Danza's a dumbass. It's going to be J.K. Rowling. It's going to be very heated. But first, maybe we should take a break. Should we take a break?
We should take a break.
All right. We will be right back with more of the Pope on Film after this. Do 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 do. Hey, I didn't get cut off this time. Do 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 do. Skitty papa do wow and break. Forgive them. Okay, so I'm going to show you one of my favorite books in the world, and it's right here, and it's called Heaven is Real and Fun by Kim Robinson. And then here's the subtitle. It actually says, "You don't float around wearing diapers and eating grapes." I love this book so much. This woman believes that, like literally believes that when she prays, Jesus takes her from earth and lets her play in heaven. Here's what the back says. "Since 1988, the Holy Spirit has been taking me to heaven. Jesus would show me various fun places and allowed me to do fun things. I asked, why was he showing me these places? Daddy/God said, because people think all they do here is float around wearing diapers, eating grapes. They're doing nothing but bowing before me." Okay, so this is my favorite passage of the book, and it's called Play Gel Balls. Okay. I'm not sure if this... hold on. I'm going to do this in two parts. Okay, you ready for this? "This morning while worshiping, I was caught up in the Spirit and stepped over into heaven when I heard Jesus say, 'Come play gel balls.' It's like a water balloon, but the ball is full of giggly joy gel. You can squeeze it into yourself. When you put one in yourself, you laugh intensely. You're in the spirit realm. You can place things into yourself as if you were transparent. When you try to hit the other person with these joy gel balls, they try to get hit. So it will go into them, and they will intensely laugh. They can also catch it and squeeze it into themselves, intensely laugh and keep playing. Heaven is so fun and filled with intense laughter. This reminded me of Job 8:21 that says, 'He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with joyful shouting.'" Hello there. Yeah, so anyway, I love this book. I love this book so much, and a lot of people have asked me, why do you love this book so much? And the thing that I love about this book is that this isn't a joke. This person actually believes. Chapter 2, Daddy, God, and the Holy Spirit in heaven. This woman actually believes that she can leave Earth and travel to heaven, where she has a vaguely a high sexual tension relationship with Jesus. There's a passage in here where she's slow dancing with Jesus. Fragrance of Jesus. Like, this woman wants to bang our Lord and Savior. And I just love this. Jesus is in me. Jesus is in me. This woman wants to bang Christ. And I just love this book because if you're on the street and you're pushing a shopping cart and the police ask you, "What's up with you?" and you say, "Oh, I've been talking to Jesus. He takes me to roller coasters in heaven. You don't just float around on a cloud wearing diapers and eating grapes," then you'd be put in an institution or a prison and you'd rot in there for the rest of your life. But if you're an old white woman and you say those things, then congratulations, you're a prophet. It's insane. This woman is clearly insane.
Diamond light, lover boy. We live the space with minimum waste and maximum joy. City lights, business night. When you require streetcar desire for higher heights. No place for beginners or sensitive hearts. Sentiment is left to chance. No place to be ending, but somewhere to start. No need to ask you to smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coaster, late to Chicago, Western Maine. Across the north and south to Key Largo, love of say. Mike Merrill is gonna make some turkey enchiladas and think of me while enjoying that. I hope you make yummy sounds. Face to face, each glass a case. We shared a box and double cross, yet need the chase. A license to love, insurance to own. Melts your memories and changes them into gold. His eyes are like angels, but his heart is cold. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Turkey, turkey enchilada, turkey enchilada, turkey enchilada, turkey enchilada, turkey enchilada with the verde sauce. Oh, turkey enchilada, turkey enchilada, turkey enchilada, turkey enchilada with green sauce. Oh, oh, oh. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some were born to sing my blues. Oh, the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting, walk up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to the feeling, yeah. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Whoa. Street lights, people. Stop believing. Hold on to the feeling, yeah. Street lights, people.
I love my life. Yeah.
You're back, filthy capitalist pickpockets. Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution.
Is that going to fit everyone?
Yeah, easily. 12 customers total.
How do they turn a profit?
$12.50 a head, that's how.
What are we eating, a Rolex?
It's one of his classics. You have to try the mouthfeel of the mignonette.
Please don't say mouthful.
Tonight will be madness.
Welcome. We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
Welcome to Hawthorne.
Here we are family. We harvest, we ferment, we gel.
They gel.
We gel.
He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller. The game is trying to guess what the overarching theme of the entire meal is going to be. You won't know till the end.
Who are you?
I am Margot. Why do you care?
I have to know if you're with us or with them. This menu,
The pictures, they're of us.
this guest list. How did he get these? It's not good. This entire evening.
This is just theater. It's stagecraft.
We're leaving now. Has been painstakingly planned.
This is real, isn't it?
what the hell is going on.
We now offer you a 45-second head start. Okay, 45 seconds starts now. This is what you're paying for.
Get out of my way.
It's all part of the menu.
It's okay.
No, we're gonna die tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
You told him it was my birthday? Seemed funny about 3 hours ago.
Storytime with Mei Lin, a one-of-a-kind, hyperactive and interactive blend of adult stand-up comedy and children's storytime, because you're never too old for a good story. Mei Lin is going on tour in 2024, and after much deliberation, they have chosen the following wildly original name for their tour: Storytime with Mei Lin on Tour, a one-former man show. Brought to you in part by Spite. Don't miss your chance to see her on tour before Republicans ban her, just like they're busy banning all history books, and, for that matter, books. For more information on Mei Lin, like, I don't know, try Google maybe, or Bing if you're a weirdo. Hey, is Ask Jeeves still a thing? Probably not. Oh well. Storytime with Mei Lin.
And we're back with more of the Pope on film.
Yes, chef. Okay. It's time, Bunny.
It is time.
Woo! It is. Yes, Bunny, my friend, it is time once again for all of us here on at the Pope on Film podcast, which this October will be celebrating its 10th anniversary and death. It is time once again for us to electric boogaloo our way into the second half of The Big Shoe, and it is said second half wherein we finally and eventually get around to discussing our all-new low-fat, high-fiber, long-lasting, great-tasting, less-filling movie of the week. And this week, I was going to pick a low-budget 2024 horror film from the Asylum called Monster Mash, starring Michael Madsen chewing scenery as fucking Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay.
And I have it, and all the reviews are the same thing. This is a horrible movie that you will love. And it's like all of the Universal monsters that are copyright free joined together to defeat the evil Dr. Frankenstein, played by Michael Madsen at his drunkest.
Okay.
But I know it's gonna suck, and like our podcast suddenly has an end date, an expiration date.
Yes.
Suddenly, the Pope on Film has a best buy date, and I don't want to spend the next 6 months watching a bunch of shit. The podcast is ending. And so I wanted to pick different things that I like, things that will be fun, that will be different, some good shit, you know? And so this week, the New Mutants
you tried. I appreciate that. You tried.
I fucking like this movie. Okay, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. This week, Anya Taylor-Joy, whom everyone knows, of course, from the New Mutants, she plays a hooker with a heart of gold in the 2022 black comedy, The Menu. I was going to ask you every time I say Bunny for you to yell yes, chef, and every time you said May Lin. I say Bunny way more than you say May Lin, but I would also say yes, chef. But it seems to me that like maybe you didn't like this movie as much as I did.
No.
Did you didn't like this as much as I did?
It was pretentious crap about pretentious crap people that I didn't care anything about. There was not one person in this movie that I could give a shit about. And then to top it all off, you're not even going to kill them off in interesting ways?
Turning humans into s'mores isn't an interesting way to kill them?
You have to go through no. First off, no. It's fucking stupid. Second, it took to the end of the goddamn movie to even do something halfway interesting like that.
And
why are these people not leaving? Why are they not ganging up and beating the living fuck out of Ralph Fiennes?
See, Rafe.
Why are they sitting there like goddamn sheep, letting them dress themselves up as s'mores and burn everybody to death? Ooh, spoiler.
See, right before the policeman, what's the word for the boat police? What the fuck are they called?
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, thank you. Fuck. I just had like a huge brain fart. The ocean police. When the ocean police show up, right before the ocean policeman shows up to start questioning people, Ray Fiennes says exactly what you're saying. That like, hey, I'll kill this person if y'all tell him what's going on. And also, why haven't you tried to get out? Like he literally says that to him. Like, you could have fought back. Why didn't you? Why don't you think about that while this guy comes in?
But why does not this cop notice the guy with the missing fucking finger bleeding out at the table in front of him? Well, besides that,
because he wasn't a cop.
It wasn't even a good fucking acting job.
Because he wasn't the ocean police, Bunny. He was not an ocean policeman. That's my new word. I'm not using Coast Guard anymore. Ocean cops. That's it. Ocean cops
shouldn't that
and
have
electricity biscuits.
Shouldn't that have been some part of the little performance? I mean, he totally just does not notice the guy bleeding out there.
Yeah, that's probably...
He would have known that the guy was bleeding out because it was part of the menu.
I can't believe you had a problem with this. When I first saw this movie in the theaters, first off, I wasn't going to see this movie in theaters because of some things that Rafe Fiennes said. Some things that Rafe said in the media around that time that we'll get to in a little bit. But when I went to see it, I had a different feeling. And my feeling was, okay, so all of these people are rich, and this rich cook is going to try and kill all these people. That's a win-win, because I do hate everyone here. I hate all of these people. I hate each and every character, and they all deserve it because they're all rich. Because eat the rich. There's only one thing that they are good for: eat the rich. And so I felt bad when I saw this movie. I felt really
But
bad because
some
I
of the
was rooting
reasons-
for the cook.
But some of the reasons were so fucking petty. Like, John Leguizamo was in a movie he didn't like.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay? I was prepared for this. First off, I have had a crush on John Leguizamo since he starred as a drag queen in Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. I I thought that I was a straight cishet guy, and then I saw Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar, and I became like intensely attracted to John Leguizamo as a woman. And somehow I didn't know I was trans, but that's beside the point. Oh, and then after that, he did Shakespeare, the weirdest fucking Shakespeare you've ever seen. Like hipster 90s Shakespeare. Remember Romeo plus Juliet? That was fucking
I
weird.
like Romeo. I like Romeo and Juliet.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I like it too. It's just the most 90s fucking Shakespearean version of the most 90s movie you could ever think of. It's fucking amazing and I love it. So, fun fact, in 1996, John Leguizamo did a movie with Steven Seagal. He hated it, and he, in the press, called Steven Seagal, quote, a horrible human. I thought the same way you did, Bunny. I'm like, okay, like, the critics, they deserve it. The asshole rich boys, they deserve it. The guy who's married to
even they barely fucking deserve it. Give me a little more backstory here.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I thought, oh, why is he killing John Leguizamo? Because he doesn't like a movie? John Leguizamo based this character on Steven Seagal. So does your idea of him not deserving to die change when you realize he's trying to be Steven fucking Seagal? Steven Seagal!
No, because all these characters are still two-dimensional. You're not giving me anything to care about, for why you're killing them or anything else.
If you gave me $1 million not to pull the plug on John Leguizamo, then I would apologize to my wife for not bringing home $1 million. Simple as that. I think my opinions on John Leguizamo's character dying in this film changed once I realized that he is doing a Steven Seagal. They mention his actor name once when they're first going onto the island, but if you pay attention to the credits, his character is named Movie Star. He is literally being fucking Steven Seagal, who does deserve to be turned into a s'more.
But again, that's where all these characters are two-dimensional. How much do you know about any of these characters except the very superficial kinds of things?
Well, first off, I do want to talk about one thing. When discussing this 2022 Black comedy, The Menu, we of course have to focus on the star, the woman who steals the show, a legendary actress whom we all know, who shows up in this and just takes the movie by storm. And I am, of course, talking about the one, the only Judith fucking Light from Who's the Boss?
I was very happy to see Judith Light. I was very happy to see Judith Light. I was also very happy to see Judith Light aging naturally.
Yes, so I've learned so much about this woman because I was so psyched to see her again. She's 65 years old. She's been happily married to the same person since 1985, which in Hollywood is freaking shocking. She was a reoccurring character on Law and Order SVU. She was in the dramedy Transparent, which I haven't seen, and I probably should, because it's about a dad of a family turning into a mom of the family. But I haven't seen it because the guy who won awards being the trans mom in the show Transparent was eventually fired for like a bunch of sexual misconduct allegations, so I haven't watched it. But okay.
No. What's the one with
we're old.
Bluth, the Bluth guy from Arrested Development, the father.
That's it.
That is it?
That's him. He's in the show Transparent as a dad who transitions late in life and becomes a woman, and the entire show is about the family dealing with that. I haven't seen it as a trans woman because the dad of the Bluth family had all these sexual assault allegations, and now I
really
don't want to see it. And also, like, I am
totally
a transparent. I am a transparent. I already am living through this, so I don't know if I need to see a show about. You know? But okay, so fuck, what was I saying? Okay, yes. So she was in the dramedy Transparent. She was nominated for Emmys for her work in in a season of American Crime Story. I never saw any of those. She got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2019. She's Jewish. Didn't know that. And she has been a fierce LGBTQ and AIDS activist since the early 80s.
Really?
But of course, Judith Light's biggest accomplishment is making all-American Guido dumbass Tony Danza look talented.
Yes.
Kudos to you, Judith Light. Fucking Tony Danza, who in Taxi played the character of Tony, and in Who's the Boss played the character of Tony. Why? Because he's too stupid to know that he's playing someone else.
Yes.
There you go. I got really excited. I marked out, to use a wrestling term. I marked out when I saw that Judith Light was in this movie. It's the same way I felt when I was watching She-Hulk and fucking Mark Lynn Baker from Perfect Strangers showed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, good on you, sir. Jesus Christ. Is Tom Hanks... I'm waiting for Tom Hanks' co-star from Bosom Buddies to show up somewhere.
And she had aged enough where I wasn't sure. And I had to look her up. I was like, holy fuck, is that Judith Light?
Yeah, fucking amazing. Oh, and also that Mad About You guy was in Stranger Things. And
Paul Reiser?
My kids are watching it, and I'm like, y'all have no idea who this man is, but the fact that he's back on a TV show is a big-ass deal. What was his name?
Paul Reiser?
Paul Reiser, that's his fucking name. Yeah. But yeah, John Leguizamo plays fucking Steven Seagal in this. You know what this movie reminded me of? It reminded me of a different... It's like this movie is Ready or Not's cousin. Yeah. You remember Ready or Not? The gory hide-and-seek horror comedy starring Margot Robbie's cheap Australian equivalent?
Yes.
Fucking, like that feels related to this. Bunny, would you like to hit us with the plot? Oh, so this is why I brought up Judith Light. Okay, so when, like, Judith Light first has, like, any meaningful dialogue, she is saying, hey, that woman over there, doesn't she look like blank? And the husband gets all defensive. No, she doesn't. Stop that. You're being silly. Stop it. Judith Light is saying, hey, doesn't that woman over there look like our daughter? And later, when Rafe Fiennes says, hey, chick from the New Mutants, I know you're a sex worker. How do you know that other guy? And she mentions how she knows him and why she's creeped out by him. I think that he absolutely deserves to die for what I believe the script is trying to imply that guy did to his daughter. And Judith Light is so fucked up having realized this that she's like, yeah, okay, yep, burn us all down. The part that really freaked me out was that by the time you get to the end and the s'mores, a good portion of the people are into it. Like John Leguizamo does it like a quiet little yes, chef, and Judith Light's like, yes, yes, fucking burn us all down. Even the asshole critic lady, while the guys are running off, is just like, you want some wine? Fuck it. And they're all just like, yep, this is happening. Wrap it up. I want a fucking burger so bad, Bunny. Cheeseburger. This entire movie is just a ploy, a psyop by Big Burger to get us to buy more hamburgers.
Yeah.
The burger elite made this movie in order to trick us. Okay, so, Buddy, would you like to hit us with the plot of this week's film while I drink a cherry Coke?
A collection of pretentious fucks show up on an isolated island restaurant with this world-renowned chef. And he's a psychopath, and they're all kind of psychopaths, and nobody acts normally. And he yeah, but not until the end. He fucked up. He dabbled in killing and menace. Is the best I can really give him.
Why is his mom there, though? That's the one thing that I'm confused about. Is that, okay, I've invited you all here, and I'm going to kill all of you. Here's my mom. Like, but why? I've seen this movie, 3 or 4 times? I'm still confused. Like, why is his mom included?
Yeah.
I have no idea. No freaking idea.
Well, why did he have a weird fucking cult working for him?
Well,
why a lot of things with this movie?
I like the fact that he's got like a chef cult, because I always thought that it was weird that, like, oh hey, look at this businessman. He yells at his employees. That is bad. He treats them bad. You shouldn't do that. Hey, look at this person. This person is treating his employees like they're just mindless drones and not individuals. That is bad. Hey, look at this chef yelling at the people who work for him. That's great. I want his food. And it's like, why? There's like this American fetishization going on about asshole cooks, asshole chefs. I can name a couple of different asshole chefs, and they are beloved in American society. And we have this like fetishization with that sort of thing. Like, do you ever see that show, The Bear? Like, no. I've never seen it, and you haven't seen it, but you know who has seen it? A good portion of America. Like, yes, chef has entered the cultural lexicon as something you can say. And, like, I just don't understand that. The way that these chefs treat their employees is horrible, like a cult, but we're okay with it being chefs. If it's any other profession, then the way that chefs treat their employees would be horrible. but they're chefs, so it's okay. I'm a bit confused by that. I've always been confused by that. Why do we like this famous celebrity chef? Oh, because he yells at people? I don't know if that's great. So when I see like this is a chef and he has basically all the people who work for him are a cult who are happy to die for him. Okay, yeah, I can see that, especially here in America. That's not a reaching concept for me. You know?
Yeah, but again, there's absolutely no more depth to it than like, oh, everybody who works here is really kind of culty. You know, I mean, like, give me a story. What are you trying to tell me here?
Oh,
you know, again, that's my biggest complaint. Everything is just very, very surface and doesn't have much depth.
Okay, I can.
Some movies are
I
made
think
for
it's
some
fun.
people and they're not made for other people. You know,
What?
some movies are made for like a certain audience.
There you go.
And
Well,
some,
I'm not
There you go.
denying that. I'm not
Right.
denying her right to like it.
Oh yeah.
Wow, why are you denying my right to like it,
But
buddy?
I didn't like it. I feel it's very superficial. And
Wow, Bunny Williams silencing trans women. Not cool, Bunny.
I didn't
Not
like
cool.
it either.
God, silencing me and my right to like a movie. How dare you? Oh, so the chef's Asian second in command.
Mhm.
Basically, Rafe finds Bob the Goo.
So there was a very Dr. Evil dynamic going on there.
Yes, but she was the love interest in the movie Downsizing, which is a good movie, but also really disappointed me.
Yeah.
Expected it to be way funnier, but it's not that funny. It's a pretty sad fucking movie.
And I felt the same way pretty much with Late Night with the Devil.
How fucking dare you? That's supposed to be our movie next week. How
is it?
Dare you, sir? Okay, you know what? You didn't like the menu? You feel the same way about Late Night with the Devil? Fucking, I'm glad this podcast is ending. Because how fucking dare you, sir? Good sir. We're still doing Late Night with the Devil next week. So whatever opinions you have, you save them for next episode, mister.
I am glad this podcasting is ending too, because when we started, you had taste.
How dare you? How dare you? I know what this is. I know what
that this podcast has caused this much damage to you.
I know what you're doing here. You're Harry and the Hendersonging me. That's what you're doing. Hey, Maylin, I didn't like this movie. In fact, get out of here. You go on back home. We don't want you. You hear me? Get out of here. I know that you actually like this movie and you like Late Night with the Devil, and that you're just pretending like you don't like them so that I will get upset and be happy that the podcast is ending. It's sweet of you to do this. And if you want to continue doing this, that's fine. That's fine. I get it. It's very sweet, but yeah, Downsizing. Remember the Matt Damon's love interest had the worst fucking accent in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing her in this with a perfect, beautiful American accent makes me think back to Downsizing and go, wow, that was some racist shit they made her do. Because that's not her accent, but they made her have that accent.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, fuck the movie Downsizing. That's really offensive. Oh,
I did find a rare picture of Anya Taylor-Joy. That might take a second to come up.
Okay. I like the one thing I like about this, because I have seen this movie 3 or 4 times, is the fact that the dialogue in like the first half hour of this film takes a completely different tone when you finally realize what Anya Taylor-Joy's job is.
Yeah.
That the first half hour that they're talking is just completely different when you find out what she does. Oh wow, look at that. Anya Taylor-Joy is such a beauty.
Uh-huh.
Really gorgeous.
Without
Wow.
a doubt, alien-human hybrid.
Yeah, yeah. But she was really good in the New Mutants. I liked her.
Yeah. No. She could still act wonderfully, but
if we
alien-human
do
hybrid.
this,
I mean,
if we do the Summer of Taylor Swift, I might pick the New Mutants. That was a fun episode. That was a fun movie. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay, so I like the fact that everyone who died deserved it, except maybe not Judith Light, America's Princess. Here are some negatives. I hate the romanticization of abusive chefs. I hate when a director adds the tiniest little detail that no one would ever pay attention to, as a sort of ostentatious Easter egg. So 9 minutes into this, you see 2 goats on the side of a road for like a few seconds. Oh, apparently those 2 goats are a breed of goats called Judas goats, who are used to lure animals to their slaughter, which is a nod to how all of these people are being led to their deaths, and yada yada yada. That's some artsy shit.
okay. So
probably
you have just now added a nice fresh shovelful of pretentious bullshit to dump on top of this. We need a cherry. We need a cherry.
10-minute warning. I like this movie because it's a bunch of a-holes who get what they deserve. Because fuck the rich.
S'mores? They get s'mores.
They get s'mored to death.
Bunny says he's never eaten a s'more.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've never actually had a s'more.
Wow, so not only are you silencing trans women, but you hate America. Jeez, we are learning so much. We've been on the air for almost a decade, and yet we are learning so much still.
I'm pretty sure that was known since episode 3.
But I was not going to watch this movie because in 2021, about 19 months before this movie came out, Rafe Fiennes offered his support to fucking J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
that
said...
sounds vaguely familiar.
He said, something, I don't know, I didn't save it. But he gave his support to J.K. Rowling, and it's like, okay, there you go. I fucking hate Rafe Fiennes, and I'm going to try and avoid everything that he's been in. But then when I saw reviews coming in of the menu, I learned a bit more of the plot, and I'm like, oh, so he's an asshole who's killing people. Oh, well, that makes sense that he's a J.K. Rowling supporter. I will go see this. And it's like, oh, wow, look at that. Wait a second. So you're telling me that Rafe Fiennes, a man who cheated on his first wife, got divorced, and then had sex with a flight attendant in a plane's bathroom, which led to that flight attendant getting fired? That divorced celebrity is suddenly a far-right a-hole? Color me in no way shocked.
Yeah.
But I like this film. It's fun. I like films with a powerful last girl standing, like Midsommar, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Terrifier 2, and The Oogie Loves and the Big Balloon Adventure. And also, I would kill for that fucking hamburger.
Yes.
I would fucking kill for that hamburger. Leave it to Voldemort. Debonair Toast is right in the chat. Leave it to Voldemort. But I like this movie. Bunny had different opinions, or maybe he's just pretending to have different opinions to soften the blow of the podcast ending. Who's to say? We were going to do Late Night with the Devil next, but I don't even know if I want to do it now because Bunny's got her tood. So,
no, I'm more than happy to tell you everything I hate about that movie too.
Okay.
And that one really disappointed me because I was really looking forward to it.
No, we're not doing it. Fuck you. We're doing. Fuck, if we do the summer of Taylor Swift, I'm picking The Gentleman again.
Okay.
That was fucking fun. We are going to be doing a movie that hasn't come out in America yet. We are doing the animated film Robot Dreams.
Okay.
It's an animated film about a dog in a world where, like, there are no humans, only animals, and they live and whatever. A dog is lonely and gets a robot as a friend, and they're best friends. And that's the movie. There is no dialogue at all, which is why it hasn't come out in America, but it's come out in like this foreign country and this foreign country and this foreign country and this foreign country so long ago that it's already come out in DVD. And I've got a copy of a DVD. And so this movie isn't coming out in theaters in America until this summer, but I have it. And we're going to discuss it. So technically, we will be watching a movie that hasn't come out yet. Big deal for the podcast.
Yeah.
Big ass deal. Bunny 2 is becoming a timeless classic. Thank you, Debonair Toast. Bunny 2. Dude, if we were still staying in business, we could sell shirts that say Raymaland Horse Erotica and then Bunny 2. We would sell it. It would be a huge money grabbing hit. So no, we're not doing Late Night with the Devil anymore because I love that movie and I don't want you to shit on it. We're doing the upcoming animated movie Robot Dreams. We're watching a movie that hasn't even come out yet because we are amazing. And I don't want you sullying Late Night with the Devil for me. I love that movie, except for like that fake psychic guy. The fake psychic guy who spits out the black stuff, and then the guy who's like a skeptic. I don't like either of those people.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. Oh, and the worms.
I actually found them pretty interesting with what they were trying to do. I think we could have used a couple of more guests.
Yes.
You know, a musical Alice Cooper type guest would have gone nicely. But yeah, no.
Love that movie. How dare you? Love that movie. That's okay. So next week
I love that guy. He's an awesome fucking actor.
Me too.
He is an absolutely phenomenal actor.
I used to quote Ant-Man all the time, his line, "This is the work of gypsies." And I used to say that all the time, but now my wife says that gypsy is an offensive term. Yes, I thought pikey was an offensive term, but apparently gypsy is an offensive word too. So now I'm trying not to say that. And it's very difficult for me because that's my favorite fucking line of dialogue.
Yeah.
But that's next week. We're doing Robot Dreams next week. But now that I'm looking back at this week, Judith Light, America's Princess, Michael Madsen, Tim Curry, Electricity Biscuits?
Yes.
That's crazy. I gotta say, I think this has been a pretty good episode of the podcast.
This has been a damn good episode of the podcast.
Good. You know, I felt the same way, but I didn't want to step on your toes. I feel that this is your job and not mine. But anyway, I concur. with your assessment, good sir.
So until next week, I am Bunny Williams.
And I am Reverend Maylin, and on behalf of my wife, Tasha, my youngest, Eleanor, and everybody else in my massive clan, I just want to say, what do I say? I know the godless heathens part. I just want to say good night. Is that what I say? No? Thank you? What do I say?
See you next week, you godless heathen.
No, but I just want to say blank. And we will see you next week. I know that, and we will see you next week, but on behalf of blank, I just want to say thanks for listening.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay. Fuck, we're getting old. I just want to say thanks for listening, and we will see you next week, you godless heathens. And you dishwashers and poopy toots. And you, something Maxwell would say. And you, something Eleanor would say. Do 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 do. I'm surprised no one is rushing over here to get their moment in the spotlight. That is surprising to me. Usually my kids run in to try and say something at the end of the podcast, but hey, the podcast is about to end, about to be ending, so it's a whole new world. A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Do 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 do. And that's a wrap. Cut and print.